Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope that you are fine and ready to learn something new from today's lecture. Here is our today's topic. I shall tell you about the second part of speech, which is pronoun. Let's first define pronoun. A pronoun is a word that is used in place of noun or a noun phrase. For example, Talha is my best friend. He lives near my house. His father is a doctor. He has a younger brother. You can see that he and his have been used in the sentences in place of noun, which was Talha. So these are pronouns. Let me now tell you about the kinds of pronouns. They are personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, relative pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, reflexive pronouns, distributive pronouns, emphatic pronouns, and indefinite pronouns. Let's talk about the first kind of pronouns, which are known as personal pronouns. A substitute for the proper name of a person is known as personal pronoun. These are first person pronouns, second person pronouns, and third person pronouns. And here are the first person pronouns, which are I, my, me, mine, we, us, our, and ours. And here are the second person pronouns, which are you, your, and yours. Third person pronouns are he, his, him, she, her, hers, they, them, their, theirs, himself, herself, themselves, and it. Let's talk about possessive pronouns. The possessive pronouns indicate possession or ownership. They are mine, ours, yours, hers, his, theirs, etc. You can use it in a sentence like this. This bag is mine. So mine here is showing possession and it is possessive pronoun. Look at the second example. The only biggest bookstore in the city is theirs. Theirs is showing possession because it is possessive pronoun. And in third example, this house is ours. Ours is showing possession, so it is possessive pronoun. Let's move on and talk about the third kind of pronouns, which are known as relative pronouns. These pronouns are used to relate to nouns or pronouns mentioned before or mentioned earlier in the sentence. And they include whose, which, whom, who, whose, etc. Look at the example. The boy who is standing by the roadside is my brother. Here, who is a relative pronoun because it is used to relate to the noun which is the boy. See the second example. The book which I gave you as a gift is the hot seller book of the year. In this sentence, which is a relative pronoun because it is used to relate to a noun which is mentioned before in the sentence, and that is the book. See the third example. The man whose daughter is a doctor is very arrogant. Whose here is relative pronoun because it is used to relate to the noun that is mentioned before in the sentence, and that noun is man. Let's talk about the fourth kind of pronoun, which is demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrate means to point out at something. So demonstrative pronouns point out at something. And following are the demonstrative pronouns: this, that, these, and those. For example, this is our hut. You can notice that this has been used as a demonstrative pronoun in the sentence because it is pointing out at the hut. That is the boy whose father is a scientist. That has been pointing out at the boy, so it is a demonstrative pronoun. These books are very expensive. These has been used as demonstrative pronoun because it is pointing out at the books. Let's talk about the fifth kind of pronouns, which are known as interrogative pronouns. As the name shows, the interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. They include what, who, whose, whom, which, and how. See the example. What do you like to drink? So what here is used as interrogative pronoun because it is used to ask question. Who is your sister? Who is the interrogative pronoun because it is used to ask question. Similarly, in the third example, whose bag is this? Whose has been used to ask question, so it is an interrogative pronoun. Let's talk about reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns refer back to the subject. They are myself, himself, yourself, ourselves, herself, etc. You must keep this thing in your mind that reflexive pronouns are the pronouns which have self or selves at the end of the pronouns. See the example. She hurt herself when she was cutting the apple. Herself is referring back to the subject which is she, so it becomes reflexive pronoun. I will call you myself. In this sentence, myself is reflexive pronoun because it is used to refer back to the subject I. See the third example, which is he will serve the tea himself. Himself is reflexive pronoun because it is referring back to the subject which is he. Let's talk about the seventh kind of pronoun, which is known as distributive pronoun. As the name shows, distributive pronouns are used for person or thing taken as single or in group. And following are the distributive pronouns: each, each other, some, someone, no one, anything, anyone, one, everyone, and everything. See the example. Each of you must follow my instructions. So each here is distributive pronoun because it is used for persons taken as single. See the second example. Everything is in disorder. Everything here is distributive pronoun. I haven't said anything. Anything here is distributive pronoun. Let's talk about emphatic pronouns. They are as similar as the reflexive pronouns. They are used to put emphasis on the subject, and they include herself, himself, yourself, etc. All the pronouns ending in self or selves are emphatic pronouns. See the example. I myself refused to go on a dinner tonight. So myself has been used as emphatic pronoun in this example because it is used to put emphasis on the subject I. See the second example. She herself is the guilty. Herself has been used as emphatic pronoun to put emphasis on the subject she. And in the third example, look, it is written, he himself is the thief. So himself is used to put emphasis on the subject he. So himself is the emphatic pronoun. Let's talk about indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns refer to unspecified or unidentified person or thing. They include someone, something, nothing, nobody, somebody, and anything. These pronouns are unspecified or unidentified. See the example. Someone has stolen my pen. As someone has stolen your pen, so you don't know, the person is unidentified, so it is indefinite pronoun. Nothing can be done to support her. Nothing is indefinite pronoun because it is unspecified pronoun. See the third example. I haven't anything to say. Anything here is indefinite pronoun because it is referring to something unspecified. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz.